Over the past few years, artificial intelligence has become one of the most competitive and strategic industries in the history of technology. But right now, one specific rivalry is beginning to define the entire direction of the AI ecosystem and our digital future. Two companies, OpenAI and Anthropic, are increasingly shaping how the next generation of AI will be built, deployed, and regulated. And the competition between them is starting to escalate in ways that could influence the future of global intelligence. To truly understand why this rivalry matters today, we have to look back at the shared roots where it all began. OpenAI was founded with the ambitious goal of ensuring that artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. Over time, it became the most influential lab in the world, pioneering the transformer models we use today. But inside OpenAI, a group of senior researchers grew concerned about the pace of development and the need for deeper safety controls. They left to form Anthropic, with a mission focused on constitutional AI, models that are safer and more controllable by design. Both companies are now at the cutting edge, but they are following two fundamentally different philosophies. And those differences are starting to create visible tensions within the broader ecosystem of developers and researchers. It's no longer just a competition for better benchmarks. It's a battle for the very soul of AI development. Over the past few months, the rivalry has accelerated with a series of high-stakes product launches and updates. OpenAI has been pushing the limits of multimodal capabilities, aiming for models that can see, hear, and reason in real time. Meanwhile, Anthropic's Claude models have set new standards for large-scale reasoning and deep, nuanced understanding. The frequency of these releases is creating a feedback loop of innovation that the industry has never seen before. But it's not just about the labs, it's also about the massive cloud providers backing them, from Microsoft to Amazon. These partnerships provide the immense computing power needed to train and deploy these world-class models. As the stakes grow, so does the intensity of the debate over how these models should be monitored. We also have to talk about the compute war. The rivalry between OpenAI and Anthropic is being fought with silicon. Access to thousands of high-end GPUs is the lifeblood of these labs, and securing that supply is a major strategic priority. This hardware bottleneck is one of the few things that can actually slow down the pace of AI development. At the same time, the rise of open-source models from companies like Meta is adding a third dimension to this rivalry. Open-source AI democratizes access, allowing thousands of independent developers to iterate and build on top of advanced models. This forces both OpenAI and Anthropic to keep their closed ecosystems even more attractive and performant. Regulators are now closely watching how these companies handle the immense power of their creations. The clash between the drive for speed and the need for safety has reached the highest levels of global policy. Every new model release is now followed by intense scrutiny from both the public and the private sector. The reason this rivalry is so critical is that these companies are competing for much more than just users. They are essentially competing to define the very architecture of intelligence for the next century. Whichever philosophy wins out will dictate how AI is integrated into every aspect of our lives. If the move fast model dominates, we will see AI capabilities explode into every industry with very little friction. This could lead to incredible breakthroughs in science and medicine at a pace we've never imagined. But it also carries significant risks of unintended consequences if the safety systems don't keep up. On the other hand, a safety-focused dominance might mean slower development, but with more robust guardrails. This approach prioritizes human alignment above all else, ensuring that AGI remains a controllable tool. The tension between these two visions is the central conflict of the modern technology era. Ultimately, the path we take will determine the relationship between humanity and its most powerful creation. For the developers and startups on the front lines, this competition is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's providing an unprecedented level of access to some of the most powerful tools ever created. As these labs fight for dominance, they are forced to make their platforms more efficient and more affordable. This is allowing small teams to build products that would have been impossible just 5 years ago. But it also means developers have to make a difficult choice about which ecosystem to bet their future on. We also have to consider the role of the investors. The sheer volume of capital flowing into these labs is staggering. Venture capital and corporate investments are fueling an arms race for talent and compute power. This influx of cash brings its own set of pressures and expectations for rapid growth and market dominance. There is a growing concern that this could lead to a highly consolidated market where only a few giants hold all the keys. If that happens, the diversity of the AI ecosystem could be at risk, limiting innovation for everyone else. The debate over open versus closed models is becoming central to how these investments are structured. Beyond the money and the models, there is the fundamental question of ethics. How do we ensure these systems remain aligned? Alignment isn't just a technical problem. It's a deeply human and philosophical challenge for our entire society. Ensuring that superintelligent systems value human life and agency is the defining challenge of our generation. Beyond the labs, artificial intelligence has become the most important geopolitical priority of the 21st century. Governments are investing billions into their own AI infrastructure to maintain a competitive edge. They view AI as a critical strategic technology that will influence everything from national security to economic stability. This means that OpenAI and Anthropic are no longer just companies. They are strategic assets in a global race. The choices these companies make will have ripple effects that reach far beyond the tech industry. We are seeing a shift in the global balance of power, driven by the algorithms and compute power of these labs. But this race requires more than just code and talent. It requires an immense amount of energy. The power demands of these massive data centers are forcing a rethink of our global energy infrastructure. Sustainable AI development will be the next major hurdle for the industry to overcome. Beyond hardware, AI is fundamentally changing how we learn and how we teach the next generation. Our ability to adapt and collaborate with these systems will define our professional success. The future isn't just about AI. It's about the partnership between human and machine intelligence. As we look toward the horizon, the line between these two worlds continues to blur. The choices made by these companies today will shape the world of tomorrow for all of us. In conclusion, the rivalry between OpenAI and Anthropic is more than just a corporate battle. It is the story of our future. It represents the most important debate of our time about how we should build and govern artificial intelligence. The outcome will shape the future of nearly every industry and every society on Earth. If you want to stay updated on the most important developments in AI, subscribe to the AI feed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. This is only the beginning. Stay informed.